Hi, everyone. I'm getting ready to do a podcast or a show with Elijah Streams here in just a few minutes. And before that, I wanted to pop on here and talk to you a minute about the storms. My gosh. I mean, wow, many about a year ago or more, I kept saying a storm's coming, there's storms coming, and I didn't know they would be literal. I knew that they were in the heavens. I knew that we were having war in the heavens, but my gosh. But here's the deal. The attempts to divide or to bring division or to cause people to turn on each other isn't working. When all of this catastrophe and stuff started to happen, and people came out of nowhere. I mean, people came out with chainsaws, airplanes, helicopters, food, whatever they had. Everybody rushed to help, to bring some supplies, to recover, to look for survivors, people that were missing. And I started to see that the very thing that it's just so typical. Whatever Satan means for evil, whatever kind of stuff, that comes, whether it's from him or whether it just happens, natural disasters, whatever he wants to do to try and turn it on God and make it seem like he's not good, isn't working. The God inside of people is working, and people are coming to the aid of one another. And it's unlike anyone's ever seen. I'm hearing reports from all over. And that's what I think we want to focus on right now, because you know what? We don't know what's coming next. That would be foolish to think that we know what's coming next. We don't know. We don't know what kinds of things. In Matthew 24, Jesus said, they came to him and said, hey, what's going to be the sign of your coming? What's going to happen? And he started listing out a bunch of stuff. The first thing he said is, don't be deceived, because many are going to come in my name saying, I'm the Christ. And so deception, of course, is one of the biggest game players that the devil has to try and twist everyone's minds around, right? And bring false truth, which isn't truth at all. But what you've seen, what I've seen, what we've seen, the reports we get from people that live there, people we prayed for, people that we all came together and said, no way are we gonna just stand by and do nothing. They came out of everywhere. They came out of hidden places where you didn't expect, and they started looking and helping and sacrificing and doing whatever they could. And I was just, I'm seeing the good. I'm seeing the good of humanity. I'm seeing the good of a unification of, we have a common issue. We have something bigger than ourselves, and we all need to join together. And we have to see that God is bringing people together to help one another and to be available in times of crisis, in times when, things happen. I mean, I know people that have witnessed or been behind a car, and there's been a wreck on the freeway, and all of a sudden all these cars pull over. People just don't drive by. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they're hit and runs, but for the most part, people are there. They're like, okay, first respond, we're going to do what we can. A lot of times it happens when there's a doctor or a nurse present or someone in the medical field, so they know what to do. And I've even known of people to jump in the ambulance with whoever was hurt or injured in the car and drive to the hospital with them. They don't even know the person. So I'm going to say, if we're going to look around, if we're going to see all these kinds of things happen that are mind-blowing, and that we're literally commanding the storms to cease and knock it off, and it did, we're hearing the eye collapsed and the categories went down, in Florida and stuff like that. And then we're going to see that this is actually causing a unification. People are coming together in unity instead of being divided. So I wanted to share that with you because I know how important it is. And also we've got how many, I don't know, 1 million women, I guess 1 million people, not just women, on the mall of DC that are like standing up going, don't mess with our kids. And so we are literally watching people come and say, we're united on this front. We're united on the safety of people. We are united on the safety of our children. We're united as we're watching people try and destroy. That's what Satan does. I hate to use the word anointed, but it's a powerful persuasion on certain people to kill, to steal, and to destroy, because they're listening and obeying, and they've had a seed of evil planted on the inside of them. However, God is bigger, and God has already defeated him. And so we're watching as people now are coming together. And I think that's not shown. It's not shown on the news. It's not shown on any of the news channels. They don't want you to see that people are rushing to the aid of others. But it's a grassroots kind of thing. It's a grassroots movement that is happening. And that's going to be more and more your standard as we're moving forward. It's going to be a grassroots deal. I'm not going to sit back. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people think of me. I'm not there to please them. I'm there to be available and watch God do miracles and God do God things in the midst of tragedies and horrible things. And we were watching miracles happen even in the landslides and the mudslides, that 2,000 people were found in a church that were off the radar. And you've got people who came and said, okay, we're going to hook up, well, Elon did, we're going to come hook up Starlink so that you've got a cell phone, you've got availability to contact people and let them know that you're okay or that you're needing help or whatever. We had helicopters flying around looking for people with mirrors who were saying, come and get me, or SOS, or anything laid out on a blanket. And I was like, yes, 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 like, yes, as long as we're unified, as long as we come together in unity. What does it say? When brothers dwell together in unity, he said, I command my blessing. I command it. And I just feel like we're going to see more and more unity coming together across the lines. There's been all kinds of stuff that you can get offended about. I'm offended, or I hate this, or I don't like that, or I don't like that person, or I don't like this group of people, I don't like whatever. Well, okay, don't like them, but you still have to come together with people that are intent. You have a bigger problem. You've got a bigger focus. So you need to focus on what's bigger and say, we're going to come together and we're going to see what we can do in order to help, in order to be God himself is an ever-present help in time of trouble. And so I'm just saying we are watching a unification come together of people. And on top of it is going to be, it's already started, a mass outpouring from heaven on people, and God is waking people up, and people are seeking him, and they're looking for Jesus, and they want him, and they're saying, how do I find him? And so when I go on this Elijah Streams, I'm going to talk about some of the things that we're watching and seeing. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. I want to say thank you guys, first responders, people that are giving it up, that have sacrificed so much your own personal comfort to get in the mud and get in there and help out and look and be available and see what you can do. And I just think it's amazing. I think that's exactly what the church is all about. So please go to my website, cindymcgill.org. We have prayer the last Monday of every month. Tim had one on Tuesday, I think, of this last week, and it wasn't well advertised, and I'm sorry for that. We've had so many things coming our direction, but we did put it out there. So look for it. Go on the website, look for that. Also, make sure that you sign up for the Shout, and so we're in this, man. We're in this together. We're in this together, and we're going to watch him do exceeding abundant above what we could ask or think. All right. Talk to you guys later. If you haven't gotten the book bundle, get Words That Work, Methods to End the Madness, and the Dream Book. It's all on there on the site. And we're going to be going out and doing some more interviews and outreaches and dream stuff. We have That Dream Show. Make sure that you get I think it's on TikTok or something. And make sure and look at the dreams, and more our dreams are going to be more important as the days are ahead. So like I said, we don't know we don't have a real clear picture of what's coming, but we do know that other things are going to happen. And if we can just keep our eyes on him and keep our eyes steady and know that God wants to use you and me to be an answer and not be divided. It doesn't matter if we have differences. It doesn't matter if we don't believe the same things or whatever. When there's a bigger problem, everybody comes together and you put aside those things and you come and you say, I'm willing, I'm going to do this. So, all right, guys, I'll talk with you soon, and I love you much. Okay.